Hey DevNations book devs, I hope you're having a great day. If you're starting to read or have been reading for a while, I don't want you to fail to fall into that ever dark reading slump. It's very difficult to get out of. That's why in today's video, I'm going to tell you the 5 main reasons why readers stop reading and some tactics and strategies to go ahead and point you in the right direction. I know these are some strategies that certainly helped me get out of my own reading slump. Right off the bat, you have really boring books. And what I mean by this is you might have a nice library, but they're not the books that you're actually interested in. If first you have to know yourself. So figure out whether you like fiction, whether you like nonfiction, and then within that, what are some common themes that you like to read about, or what are some common questions you like to read about. I think keeping in mind a theme or a question you want to constantly ask yourself as you're reading these different books or coming across different books will certainly be helpful in narrowing down what kind of books you want to read. For example, I'm really into science, so a lot of the time I will have different science questions in the back of my mind when I'm going to search for my next book. If you're into fiction, what are some common themes that you're really into? Do you really like, murder mystery? Do you like suspense? Do you like thriller? Whatever the fiction genres are, what are some common themes? Do you like just the hero's journey of where is this hero going to go next? What adventure are they going to go on? What are they going to take you on? If those are the kinds of themes you enjoy, make sure you start looking for books that are within that realm. From there, you want to go ahead and take a look at different book reviews and seeing what other people in the community are saying. But you have to go ahead and find books and topics that you're actually interested in, or else it's never going to work. It's really difficult to force yourself to read about something you just don't enjoy. Reason number 2 is you compare yourself to others. Remember, comparison is the thief of all joy. No adult looks at a baby and says, oh, I can walk better than you. Of course not, right? That's ridiculous, right? And the same idea applies with reading books. If you're just starting off reading a book, why would you compare yourself to someone that's been reading books for 10, 20, 30, 40 years? We all start somewhere. We all have our own journey. So wherever you are in your reading journey and you're developing that habit, enjoy it, embrace it. Reading for 10 minutes is way better than 0 minutes. Reading for quote unquote only 2 pages is better than 0 pages. And I know, especially when starting off, saying I only read this much, no need to do that, because again, progress is better than no progress. So make sure you're finding ways to just stay focused on perhaps comparing yourself to who you were yesterday, but more importantly, making progress, right? So finding ways where, oh yeah, I used to read 5 minutes, but now I'm reading 6 minutes. Great, that's better than 0. Find ways to make little incremental steps of progress, improving upwards, because we all start in different areas. We all, come from different backgrounds, and we all read at different reading speeds. Next reason is you haven't defined what exactly a successful reading habit looks like. And I think this is sort of a 2-part question or 2-part statement where, firstly, you want to be as clear as day as what exactly a successful reading habit looks like. For example, I'm going to read this nonfiction book at 10 a.m. in my living room for 20 minutes for the rest of the week. That's as clear as it can possibly get of, what exactly the habit is you want to do, when you're going to do it, where you're going to do it, and what exactly, like the quantification of the habit. But then the reason I say this is sort of a 2-parter is because you have that first part. The second part is you have to also think about, like, what are your input goals, what are your output goals, and what are your outcome goals. Input goals are more of the inputs, the things we can control as individuals. So in other words, 20 minutes, I'm going to contribute 20 minutes to reading. That is something that you can go ahead and set and control on your own. The output goal is I've put in 20 minutes of reading for my input goal every single day for 2 to 3 weeks. And so now my output goal is that I've read a book. But the outcome goal is not really within your control. This could be something like, I want to expand my knowledge in a specific domain. Well, maybe you read the entire book, but perhaps you didn't have proper strategies to go ahead and take in information from that book, or you already knew all the information mentioned in that book, so you didn't gain any new information. There's several other reasons, but the outcome goal is not really within your control. So you want to focus more on the goals that are within your control by setting yourself up with very specific goals that you either write down or just have there. This is exactly the goals you want to hit. Another reason why it can be difficult to read is because you haven't figured out how exactly you like to read. And this sort of ties into like, how do you like to learn? I know a lot of people enjoy reading physical books, but maybe you enjoy more the just digital ebook type of books because they're more portable and they allow you more access to just quickly read books on the fly, 5-10 minutes between your walks or between meetings or whatever. Also, I know some people are really into audio, right? They really enjoy podcasts. Maybe your mode of reading is listening to audiobooks. You're still reading to some degree. You're still learning from these books. And at the end of the day, what's the point of reading? It's to learn, it's to perhaps go on an adventure. It's to enjoy that information, whether it's fiction or nonfiction. If you listen to the audiobook, I still constitute that as reading. It's just in a sort of different way. So find the ways that work for you in terms of learning, in terms of reading these books, because everybody is different. So you have to find what works best for you. And our next reason, I think the most important reason for why readers stop reading, is because you don't know how to prioritize your time. We all have 24 hours in a day, but it's just a matter of how we're going to go ahead and use that time to our priorities. In other words, take a look at everything you're trying to accomplish. Where does reading fall on your priority list? And reading is just like working out. You just have to prioritize it. Maybe you really just don't have time between work and school and whatever other things you have to read a full hour. But you can prioritize 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or find ways and strategies and tactics to incorporate it into your daily routine. Usually, for the most part, I believe most humans have to sit on the crapper for a while. While you're sitting down, you can go ahead and leave a book there and read it for 5 minutes each day, however long it takes you to do your business, right? But there's different methods and strategies you can incorporate. It's just a matter of prioritizing the actual reading, prioritizing it throughout all your other priorities in life. So find ways to prioritize it and ask yourself, why are you reading? Do you use it as a way to relieve stress? Do you use it as a way to learn more about your field? Whatever it is for you, understand your why, and that'll help you better prioritize your habits throughout the rest of your day. And so to review the top 5 reasons why people stop reading, first, you have boring books. So go ahead and find books that are interesting. You compare yourself to others. Remember, you're making progress with you. You're competing against you yesterday. So small incremental steps of success, that is the way to go. Thirdly, you haven't defined what a successful reading habit looks like. So get as specific as possible and remember to focus in on your controllable input goals. Fourthly, you haven't figured out how you like to read, how you like to learn. Taste, test, and experiment. Find different ways that you haven't tried before. Maybe those are more efficient, more effective ways that you like to read. But make sure you're trying new ways to approach reading and find the ones that work best for you. And reason number 5 is you don't know how to prioritize your time. In other words, we all have the same amount of time in a day, but it's about asking yourself, why do I want to read? How much time can I genuinely commit to it? What is the highest priorities that you want to accomplish within your 24-hour time frame? I really hope you guys enjoyed these strategies and it really helps you on your reading journey. Remember, today's a great day to have a great day. So have a great day and thanks for watching.